Bullies tore the new black girl's skirt. 60 seconds later, they were on floor begging. Before we dive in this story, hit the comments and tell us your city or country. Let's see how far this story reaches. If you like the video, please subscribe. They laughed as they tore her skirt right there in the crowded hallway. The new girl, black, quiet, barely spoke a word, just stood frozen, exposed, and humiliated. Cameras were out. No one helped. But at that moment, something changed. Her eyes sharpened, and within seconds, those same bullies who mocked her were begging on the floor. No one saw it coming. What kind of strength had this girl been hiding? And who taught her how to fight with that kind of power? Stay until the end, because the truth will leave you stunned. Tiana had just moved to the city with her grandmother after her parents passed away in a car crash. She was only 14, shy, and always wore hand-me-down clothes. The new school was brutal, loud, cold, filled with whispers and sideways looks. The kids called her country girl and laughed at the way she spoke. But Tiana didn't react. She kept her head down, ate alone, and walked home quietly every day. What no one knew was that she used to train in a backyard boxing gym with her father, a former military combat instructor, every weekend, every summer, learning discipline, restraint, and defense. But she never used it until that day, until they crossed a line she couldn't ignore. And once it happened, there was no going back. It started during lunch. A group of girls cornered Tiana in the hallway. She tried to walk away, but one girl blocked her path. Another yanked her backpack. "We just want to see what you're hiding under those rags," one sneered. Then, with a cruel laugh, they grabbed her skirt and tore it down. Gasps filled the hallway. Phones pointed. Tiana stood frozen, trembling, not from fear, but from something she'd held back for too long. She bent down, calmly, pulled her skirt back up, tied it tightly, and then looked up. Her eyes locked onto the ringleader, and in that moment, the girl smiled until she saw the shift in Tiana's stance. One step forward, a hand caught mid-swing, a foot behind a knee, a twist. Within seconds, the bully hit the floor with a hard thud. Another lunged at her. Tiana ducked, spun, and gently but firmly pinned her arm without hurting her. Gasps turned into silence. Then cheers. She hadn't thrown a punch. She hadn't yelled. She controlled the chaos with precision and calm, just as her father had taught her. And now everyone was watching for a different reason. The last bully tried to run, but Tiana stepped in front of her, not to fight, but to speak. "You don't get to humiliate people and walk away." Her voice was low, steady, firm. The principal arrived moments later. Teachers pushed through the crowd. The girls on the ground were sobbing, shaken more by the shock of being stopped than any injury. Tiana handed over her student ID, not out of guilt, but integrity. She looked at the crowd, calm as ever, her message clear. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. And in that hallway where she'd been mocked just a minute before, she walked away taller than anyone else. The school suspended the bullies, but Tiana wasn't looking for revenge. She just wanted peace. Word spread fast. She was the girl no one should have underestimated. But more importantly, she became the reason a new anti-bullying program started. She taught self-defense classes. She started a support circle for other quiet students. Tiana's courage didn't just protect her, it also protected others. It changed the whole school, because when you humiliate someone who spent their life learning strength through pain, you might end up knowing what real power looks like. And sometimes the quietest kid in the room is the one who's been training for a fight you didn't even know you started. If you enjoyed this story and thought it provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.